As the country waits to hear the fate of President Cyril Ramaphosa regarding the Phala Phala farm scandal, the National Working Committee will meet today to thoroughly discuss the Section 89 panel report. There have been mixed reactions to the scandal. Newzroom Afrika's Erin joins me now from Braamfontein. Erin, what are South Africans saying about Ramaphosa's uncertain future?
Well, of course, there is a choir of different views, some harmonizing, some dissonant, and we already heard a little bit earlier standing outside Latuli House from some passers-by in Marshalltown on their take on the president and his political future. Let's just have a quick listen to what they had to say.
I don't have a comment about Phala Phala, but what I can say, Ramaphosa deserves a second chance because I think he came at the wrong time. Now all the pressure's on the man. But now I think he must give me a second chance.
Phala Phala must be investigated because maybe they might find more things that are not illegal. We don't know as people. And then on Ramaphosa's side, Ramaphosa must sit down while they are still busy with their case. Same as others. Others, they sit down while they were fined on other things that are not legal. Even him too must sit down and we get another person who will take over while they are still busy.
But it's only one thing I know. Everybody do the mistake, but it's only to give him a last chance to rule. I say the president must come back again for 5 years.
Erin, tell us more about the meeting on the horizon with Parliament.
Yes, so that's on Tuesday. It will be a special hybrid sitting of the National Assembly. They actually scheduled this after their scheduled closure for 2022, and it will be to deliberate over that report from former Chief Justice Sandile Ngobo and his panel. That report, in terms of the Section 89 process, is meant to inform the discussion of the National Assembly, which will then determine whether or not an impeachment committee should go forward with its work. That committee would have more powers. It could impeach witnesses. It could actually gather evidence rather than just surveying evidence sort of put in front of it, as happened with Ngobo's panel. It would file a report and then an impeachment vote could go ahead. That would require a 2/3 majority in the National Assembly. That's if that exhaustive process actually goes ahead. Of course, if the president chose to step down before that, it would make that all null and void. And so the discussions this weekend, the NWC committee of the ANC meeting today, I understand it is largely in Ramaphosa's camp or has sympathy for Ramaphosa. They have to apply their mind to what the report found. Then there's the NEC meeting tomorrow at which he's expected, and all of these deliberations will inform where the ANC stands on the issue. But let's try and find out where regular South Africans stand on the issue. We've heard a lot from analysts and politicians. It's time to just hear from folks who are living their lives on the streets of Braamfontein on a Saturday morning. You ladies agreed to let me intrude on they're not mimosas, but your Saturday morning beverages. Tell me your name and some of your thoughts around the president and what's happening in politics.
Honestly speaking, I don't even know what's going on, but I can tell that it's something not good. When there's a complaint about Mr. Ramaphosa, something is going on. I wonder what it is. But regarding the government of SA, I'm not happy. There's no changes implemented. Like if there has to change as a whole, if South Africa has to change as a whole, that's not the government.
And tell me, sorry, you were saying something, but I missed it coming from the other side of the table. What are your thoughts? You seem to have a little bit of a grasp on Phala Phala and what's going on?
Well, the thing is that under our government is actually not making any progress ever since Ramaphosa has been the leader of us. Still, things are still the same. Nothing changed. So, and they do nothing about that. Exactly.
And in terms specifically of Phala Phala and the allegations against him, he's now facing pressure to either stick it out until conference for stability so that the economy doesn't completely tank, or to just go. Where do you stand on that?
Let's just go. It's awful. I've heard it now with Ramaphosa. Let's just go, man.
Honestly speaking, I feel like there should be like a serious investigation about this. Dig in deeper and deeper.
Investigation is needed. Ramaphosa must just go.
No, the thing is that things need to be done accordingly. You can't just go and take them and you know what, just leave.
And what is worse, they do things secretively.
The thing is, this person has money, his money, and money can buy anything. So he's going to cover up everything. We're not going to find anything.
He's not going to leave. That's the thing. We want him to leave, but he's not going to leave. Why? Because he has money. Corruption.
And you don't think the fact that he has his own money maybe strengthens him as a politician because he can't be bought as easily?
It does. It does. Like totally it does. Obviously, if you have money, it will strengthen you. Yeah, it gives you that power. It gives you power. Yeah.
Ladies, we're going to leave it there. You've been more than generous with your time on a Saturday morning. I mean, these are the kinds of conversations that people are having around tables on Saturdays, maybe at Braai's, maybe at Shisanyama's, as we engage with this as just regular civilians, regular voters, regular members of the public. And I have to say, even just getting here to this corner of Braamfontein, speaking to different people who also may be not willing to go on record and show their faces, there's a range of views. Some people saying, we're suspicious of Ramaphosa and what actually went down with Phala Phala. We need him for stability for right now and then to figure a smooth way forward. Others saying they're hurtful. He must go. That's a direct quote. And so we'll continue to hear these range of voices. But really, it's a question of what happens within those internal discussions of the ANC, not only with the NWC today, but the NEC tomorrow. And of course, as you've said, looking forward to Parliament on Tuesday.
Well, great to hear from the Braamfontein Working Committee, if you will, Erin. But let's go back to possibly the president's state of mind. I mean, Thursday there were rumours, there was talk that the president was going to resign. That hasn't happened. There's obviously a lot that's going on. The president has had time to stew over stuff. Would you have an idea on his state of mind currently, based on all that's transpired in the last 48 hours? Okay, we seem to have lost Erin, and she's on the streets of Braamfontein, giving us an update on what the citizens of South Africa have to say about the President's Phala Phala Farm report.